Hi everyone, just thought I would make a video here. You probably have been noticing that I've been uploading some impulse response videos lately using IRs and playing around with the SoloDallas IR packs. Just thought I would show you my setup, how I have everything connected, just in case anyone's curious. This stuff's all kind of new to me, I'm just learning too. So here is what I'm using to load the IRs. This is a Torpedo C.A.B M, but two notes. The main thing I would like to mention about this one, compared to some of the other ones like the Captors and the Universal Audio, this version here is not a load box, so it still must be connected to a speaker cabinet at all times. So how I have that connected is I have my amp head. I have a speaker cable going out of my amp head. It's going into the unit. Then there's a speaker out. I have that going into another room with my cabinet plugged in there. That way I'm not hearing my cabinet because I don't want to hear my cabinet. I just want to hear the IRs that are being used with the C.A.B M. I have, not that it makes a difference in sound, but I have my wireless, my SoloDallas Storm, and I have that going into the amp. On the unit itself, you can save your custom IR settings. There's lots of different spots to save those on the unit. If you go into the unit itself, there's a few different things you can do. I'm on IR mode right now, which is using your custom IRs. In this case, the SoloDallas ones right now. There's a noise gate. It also has a preamp and a power amp. I haven't played around with that yet, but I believe that is if you don't want to use a head or a cabinet, you can just come straight into this with a guitar or pedals, I believe, and just go straight to the board. There is, I think, some EL34s and EL84s and a few different power amp options on the unit. This is the miking option. If the miking option's on, it means your IRs are being used. There's EQ you can mess around with. dB level. So back to the settings here. You can see, as I mentioned, dB level. When you play, these bars will go up, so you can tell if you're set too high, if you're clipping or not. Set it at a reasonable spot. Now, coming out of the unit, which works really good live, because even though this is not a load box and it must be plugged into a speaker cabinet, live it's great because I can still run a cabinet on stage, but I can have this XLR go to the front of the house, and front of the house is getting my IR sound. So that's what's coming through the main speakers, PA. Now, right now for recording, how I have it is I have this mic cable going into my Focusrite audio interface. So because the cabinet's in another room and I'm not hearing it now when I record, I can just put some headphones on, or there's a direct monitor button. I got speakers plugged into the Focusrite, so I can have my guitar sound with the IRs just come out of those speakers when I'm recording. So now we'll go to the computer bits, and I will show you how all that works, because you can adjust all what's on here from a computer as well. So we'll show you that now. Okay, everyone. This is the program that comes with the Torpedo C.A.B M. It's the Torpedo Remote. It is so you can control everything on the unit from a computer. You don't have to touch the unit. You can upload all your IRs onto here. You can see right now I'm in IR Manager. You can take any IRs you have stored on your computer. In this case, it was the SoloDallas ones. You can find the folder. You can drag and drop them over into any of the user banks that are on the unit. I believe they hold 44 different IRs, so there's 44 slots for uploading your IRs. You can upload a lot more if you upload them directly onto the unit itself. The unit does work like a hard drive. When you plug it into your computer, it will show up, and you can just drag and drop from your desktop right onto the unit into C drive on your computer. In this case, I'm just uploading them through the remote program. So once you have your IRs uploaded, then you can go over here to what's the IR loader section, And you can see I have currently two of the SoloDallas IRs, mic A and mic B, a 57 and an MD421. The one thing about using the remote and the unit itself is you can only use two IRs at a time, unlike if you were to load them directly into your recording program. You could use two mics and say add some room mics. In this case, you can't. You can only use two mics at a time. You can bypass the miking option on the unit and just use the unit directly as an IR, and you can record that way and then take your IRs and use them directly into the recording program. But in this case, I'm using the IRs directly off the unit right now. So you can see I have two loaded, mic A, mic B. If you want to switch out the mics, it's simply go down to the Torpedo. You'll see the user banks where I have mine saved right now, and I can go over to any of those and I can click on them and I can switch out the different mics. There is volume levels right here. You can control each mic. If you're looking at the unit and you see that you're clipping a little bit, you can just bring back the preset level, lower that. You can look at the dB meter over to the side here or on the unit itself, and it will tell you if you're clipping. So that way when you go to save IRs on there, you can get your settings down and save them at a reasonable level. You can see here that there is an EQ option, enhancer option. You can also add reverb if you want. So we'll show you the sound. The sound right now of those two IRs that are selected are just coming out of my studio monitors right now. So when you find some IR settings that you like, a mic combo you like, if you want to save them on the unit, all you have to do is just go up to the top. Whatever your settings are on this page, when you go up to the top and you click save, you can type in a name, so a name will show up on the unit. You can save it into any one of these user slots here, and then once you do that, your IR setting will be saved on the unit itself. So now for recording, because I'm using the IRs directly off the unit and I don't have any IRs loaded into my recording program, I'm using Ableton Lite, which actually comes with the C.A.B M. So all I do is I go on the remote, I pick whatever settings I want here to record with, whatever mics, then I go over to my recording program and I just record something. Okay, so that's something I just recorded. Now we'll play it back. And that's pretty much that. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. If I can help, I can. But again, I'm just learning about this too. But I thought I would show you kind of how it works with the C.A.B M. And yeah, so there you go. Thanks for watching.